Wow, we made it! Welcome to the grand finale of this explainer series on floating production, storage, and offloading vessels. Look, if you're joining me right now, I really want you to take a second to just acknowledge the massive milestone you've just reached. You've navigated through some of the absolute most complex, multidisciplinary engineering frameworks on the planet. And today, we are here to bring the whole shebang together. First and foremost, huge congratulations! You have successfully completed this FPSO EPCI course. I want to immediately validate the massive amount of time and mental energy you've invested into this. You've taken on a grueling but incredibly rewarding technical trial, basically acting as the hero of your own professional development. You didn't just skim the surface here. No, you dove straight into the deep end of heavy engineering, complex statutory frameworks, and the intricate process systems that make these megastructures function in the harshest marine environments imaginable. And honestly, this number right here brilliantly illustrates the scale of what you've accomplished. 12. You have officially mastered 12 complex, highly technical modules. Think about that. We started from the absolute basics of the whole concept and pushed all the way through to the critical operations of the standby vessels that watch over the entire installation. You have tackled marine engineering, process separation, subsea pipeline dynamics, and some seriously advanced safety protocols. That is over 4 hours of rigorous, highly structured content you have consumed. 4 hours, spanning the complete life cycle of an FPSO, from the initial engineering, procurement, construction, and installation, the EPCI phase, all the way to the daily gritty operational realities of the installation while it's floating out there in a highly dynamic, unforgiving marine environment. So let's recap exactly what you now command. You understand the hull. You know its overarching design, you know its structural requirements to carry massive, massive weight, and you grasp the regulatory framework it operates under. You understand the gathering systems. From the massive mooring anchors holding it all in place to the flexible risers, you know exactly how fluid transfer is seamlessly achieved from the ocean floor all the way up to the vessel. You understand the regulatory landscape. You can confidently navigate the unique dual nature of an FPSO, managing everything from IMO conventions as a marine vessel to the independent offshore safety cases and verification required as a full-blown production facility. You understand the process plant. You can practically trace the path of the fluids in your sleep now, understanding separation, gas compression, produced water treatment, and even how enhanced oil recovery works to squeeze every possible drop of economic value out of that reservoir. And crucially, you understand the safety systems. You know the exact protocols. From emergency shutdowns and fire protection deluge systems to the life-saving appliances and the dedicated standby vessels that maintain a constant watchful eye over the entire operation. Now, if you want to go even deeper and really solidify this blueprint, you absolutely need to get your hands on a copy of the FPSO Handbook. It is the definitive industry reference text that serves as the foundation for this entire explainer course. Having that physical, lasting knowledge sitting right there on your desk, it's a total game changer as you transition from learning about the theory to actually applying it in the real world. And speaking of the real world, it is time to bridge your digital learning to tangible career value. Get into the comments and connect with other course participants from around the world, because this industry, it's genuinely global, and the connections you make right now through learning together have real, measurable career value down the line. Listen, if you are building a career in offshore oil and gas, in marine engineering, or in FPSO, EPCI project management, this foundation is your starting point. You've got the theoretical framework. You know the terminology, the regulations, the systems. But remember, the rest of it must come from field experience. The foundation gets your foot in the door. The experience is what builds your legacy. I want you to really let this sink in for a second. All of this knowledge is leading to a very specific, very visceral reality. Because the rest comes from stepping onto an FPSO for the first time, feeling the vibration of the deck beneath your boots, hearing those massive gas compressors running, watching the crude oil flow through the separation train, and knowing with absolute certainty that you understand exactly what is happening around you. And honestly, that is the true power of what you've achieved here. Because of the time you've invested in this explainer, you are not just going to be a passenger out there on that installation. You will be an informed, capable, and highly safety-conscious professional. Stay safe offshore. Keep this knowledge sharp, trust your training, and always, always look out for your crew. So before we wrap up completely, I want to hear from you. Drop down into the comments right now and tell me, what is your offshore field or engineering discipline? Let's build that global network starting today. Also, make sure you check out the playlist link right here on the screen to review any modules you might want to brush up on, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive. It's been an awesome journey, and I'll see you in the next course.